I can say that you can work provocatively in every surrounding, with every symptom. There is no limitation for the symptoms you work in. There's only a limitation for yourself, for the one who uses it. There are four points you have to consider when you work provocatively. And it's all inside the one who does it, not the client. The first is, if you are stuck in the same problem than the client, you won't find any provocative intervention that's useful, because the problem is too close onto your nose. You cannot, there's no relativity about it. The humor we use means you can step aside and look at you and see how absurd and funny is what you do there. But if you're stuck in the same thing, you cannot do that. Nothing will come to your mind that is helpful. That's why we always say, in your personal development, you should be at least 1 week ahead of the client. So this is one thing. The next thing is, if the problem of the client is too far away, you have no idea what the client is talking about, then you won't have any idea also to find a nice provocative intervention. So this is the second. If, for example, Franka Farrelly invented this provocative therapy in a psychiatric hospital with really badly disturbed people. That means schizophrenics and manic depressives and everything. And he kicked them out of the place where they were closed in for the rest of their life. They say, we cannot leave them out, they are too dangerous or whatever. And he managed to provoke them out of this closed ward where they were with his provocations. So, if you never saw a schizophrenic, you will have no idea what to tell them. So this is the second constriction where you cannot do it. The third is, if you don't like the client, don't do it. If you do it, it becomes cynical. You raise yourself up in your status, you look down on people. It's awful. So please don't do it if you don't like the client. And the fourth limitation is, if you think the client is such a poor little person who will never be able to help him or herself, and you have to put him into a surrounding of helpfulness. You have to do the work and the client will not be able, then don't do it either, because it will not work. So these are 4 constrictions, 4 limitations, but they are all in the person of the user, not in the topic you're talking about. And of course, it's a difference if you have a manager who thinks about, shall I change my job, or a schizophrenic, a chronic schizophrenic. The content is different, but it's always the same process. There is somebody who is stuck, and he doesn't know how to get out of his stuck state, so you provoke him out of this.